Hello, guys, and welcome to another session of the live calls that we have of the Coffee Shop Launchpad. I'm incredibly happy to have you here because, as you have seen, the community has grown quite a lot. There has been a lot of exchange. We were just talking now before the call, and it has been an incredibly exciting time for the people that are joining and all of the movement that I see. So I'm incredibly happy. Today, as we mentioned, the discussion will be focused on tech and tools for your shop. And specifically, we have developed one AI mini agent, we call it, that basically can support you and can support the people that already have a shop to optimize their ordering system. This is not only for people that have a shops, but the idea of this call is that triggers a little bit of new ways of thinking, how you can use this technology that it's incredibly interesting to optimize your everyday life and that you use the time for the things that actually matter, to spending more time with your customers, to spending less time in your accounting, or use it and its full strength so that you spend more time with your family. So yeah, it's about freeing the unnecessary time and the repeating tasks, and that you use it for something much more useful, right? So the idea is that I will show you this bot. I will show you how it's programmed in the backend and how does it work. It's fairly easy now. You can also do it by yourself, and then we will jump to an open Q&A where we can talk about technology in the coffee shops or any topic that you would like. So stay put because we normally turn it into a Q&A session. First, I will introduce the Coffee Shop Launchpad for the people that join us for the first time, or for the people that watch these reviews later, so that they know what we're talking about and what we're doing here. So, my name is Juan Rosenzweig. I have opened one of the most successful coffee shops in Vienna. It was one of the best rated specialty coffees. I ran it for 6 years together with a couple of friends, and basically I sold it 2 years ago. After doing that, I realized that there was a lot of knowledge from a successful coffee shop that people could learn, because I saw that most coffee shops out there, so more than 60%, as far as I have researched, are struggling. So most coffee shops are struggling, and I think it's because people normally think it's much more an easier project than it actually is. And I have seen many ways of focusing on a coffee shop, and I see many people that come from the passionate side and see the design, the equipment, or the coffee, and that's really, really great because it's a huge part of owning a coffee shop. And I also see people that focus on the business side, right? Margins, location economics, workflow, and hiring. And I'm not saying, as always, that one part is more important than the other, but that you need a combination of topics that you need to take a look at so that you can make your work or your coffee shop a successful project. And this is exactly what we help people throughout the Coffee Shop Launchpad. We help them avoid these expensive mistakes, right? As agreeing to a lease too early, buying wrong equipment, underestimating labor costs, being unprepared for ownership, designing before validating, or copying competitors. I have seen all of these mistakes being made by people that want to open a coffee shop. And all of these mistakes can cost a fortune. And after the realization of this, I said, okay, there must be a way that people can join, that we can share them the knowledge, and also guide them step by step, so that these mistakes at least are being reduced. I think if you open a coffee shop, there's no way of not making one single mistake, but that you reduce them, and that you reduce at least the most expensive ones, right? For me, as far as I have seen, the most expensive mistake that I've seen is this signing a lease too early, or finding a location where you're completely in love, but that you don't know all of the background or if it has any red flags. So take a deeper look. Take also a deep about these mistakes. I have also recently made a video about the 40 biggest mistakes that you can do in a coffee shop. It's very interesting. I don't remember if I published it, but it will be coming soon, or in some platforms already on. Taking a look at all of this, I decided to start the Coffee Shop Launchpad, where I guide the people from idea to plan to building and to running the coffee shop, and through the complete journey. Very interestingly, also a lot of people that are already running coffee shops have reached out to me, and they're also some of the main customers that we have right now, because they tell me, hey, Juan, I don't have 20% margins as you say we should, so help me improve it. And this is also something that we are currently working with a couple of people, right? So, as many of you know, we have the free business case course that I believe has a $5,000 value. Why? Because it took more than 3 months to develop. every stage, every improvement, and every aspect of the business case has been carefully considered so that you can feel it as easy as possible. And of course, it becomes an iterative tool so that you improve it every stage of the way, and as much as you know, and as more the more you also learn from opening your shop. But it can save you a lot of time. I did it back in the day where I was a consultant, so the structure is very understandable and it's I think user friendly. And yeah, it also included afterwards all of the 6 years of learning that we had of having our coffee shop. So yeah, use it. I really motivate you for that. I think the free community has grown so big because the people do see the value in this aspect. So do take a look at it. And also let me know your thoughts. If you don't think that it's correct or you would be challenging something, I'm up for correcting anything that you would need, right? And also being challenged and taking another perspective if you also want to discuss yours. Good. If you join us in the paid community, you just don't get only videos, you get training, community, one-on-one support and sparring, and an AI assistant that we have launched. I hope many of you have had the chance to use it already. You only need to use your email and then you can just log in. You can choose a random password. They're not activated, but you have to type something. So log in, test the AI assistant, and you will get a couple of questions free every day. So super useful, also very interesting. I can show you in the next session, I think, how we programmed it and how it works. It will be also quite an interesting topic for the tech and tools. But yeah, this is everything that you can get in the full community. So a very good example of real results from Jonathan from Field Cafe, saving more than 30% of his coffee costs. Now, after a few months of having the coffee shop Launchpad, I will start including much more reviews from customers that are working together with us, but we're not yet in the step where we will publish them or getting something structured. But yeah, soon this page will be full with 4 or 5 more cases that are currently on the pipeline of people that have managed to improve their business case, improve their coffee shop, improve their journey towards a coffee shop. So yes, this slide will be and very happily filled in the next couple of weeks. Good. What is the full roadmap? I've shown it also a couple of times before. In the free community, you get the inspiration and business case. In the rest of the community, you get the right place, the setup, the suppliers, the team and the people before you open, on the run, extra sauce, and next level. I will not go that much into detail, but it's basically a lot of content in each of step of the way of your journey so that you make the right decisions. They're very, very condensed videos. I try to make them as short as possible with as much as information as possible so that you can take a look, so that you can learn and that you can challenge and basically come back to the community, write your questions, and with that, you can take the next steps so that you can continue your journey. And I normally try to make this guarantee: if you don't save more than $1,000 with the full course, when applying the knowledge and opening a coffee shop, you will get your money back. Good. Why do people join? To get clarity, numbers, location validation, and confidence. So there's yeah, these main reasons why people are joining, and yeah, I think it helps many along the way, and it really gives them clarity so that they can not make these mistakes that can be very expensive. Yes, there's 2 ways to join, and this is also a new slide that I shared for the first time because I think it has also been a little bit confusing. We have 2 main parts how you can join the full coffee shop Launchpad. One is the paid course where you get, as we said, all of the complete courses, the templates and the tools, one sparring session with me, help whenever you're stuck, and yeah, a private community, and this AI assistant. And there's another possibility of booking a full masterclass. What does this mean? It's basically just a one-on-one support together with me. So me guiding you through any topic that you would select and taking you step by step through all of the way on how to open your coffee shop. So if you tell me, hey Juan, I want you to review together with me the business case, we will go for it. If you tell me, hey Juan, I want us to focus on design, we will focus on that. If you tell me, hey Juan, I want to improve my numbers and achieve a 20% margin. So you can select the topic that you want and we will do it one-on-one. And this is also very, very helpful. And for the people that are not that much into watching only videos, this is a really, really nice path, and a path where we manage to work together much more on one-on-ones and getting much deeper into your situation. So yes, reach out to me, book a call in the case that you want to go for any of these 2 directions, and we can have a discussion what would be best and most fitting for you. Good. Having said that, this is the intro that we have. I hope it was short enough. I tried to only take 10, 15 minutes in the intro because I know that it happens in many of the videos. And now we will be able to jump into this AI ordering bot that protects your margin. So how an AI agent can save you hours on weekly ordering. This is a very interesting topic. When I used to have a coffee shop, we didn't have AI, and now I went into this topic. I made a specific also master's focusing on this direction, and I understood the power of AI and how it can completely impact businesses, right? And I started developing tools for the gastronomy that could be super, super interesting. And this was one of the first tools I developed, but until today, one of the ones that I think would be most impactful. Why? Because I know as a coffee shop owner that this problem that is being solved is one of the most painful ones. It's one of the things that whenever hey, well, I have to do all of the orders of my supplies, it is always a pain, and it always takes a lot of time, and it takes a lot of effort. So I said, okay, let's start with the tools that basically can solve a pain point and a problem. So we developed this tool. We did it together also on the umbrella of a company, together with a company that is called Data Dynamics AI. That is continuously in cooperation, and actually the CoffeeShop-Launchpad is part of Data Dynamics AI. So they basically cooperate in this area to develop these kind of tools. And yes, I can show you now what we have been developing. I will show you first how it works, and then explain you in the background how it basically looks, right? If any one of you has any question in the in-between, please also feel free to stop me. We can stop there and then discuss a little bit and then continue. So don't be afraid of commenting anything. And I will then basically jump into it. The tool is very, very simple. The idea is that you send, together with your cell phone, voice message. The whole bot is programmed together with Telegram, right? The idea is very simple. The only thing that you need to do, grab your cell phone, go to Telegram, and then record a voice message, right? The voice message will have to be on what I want to order for my supplies for my coffee shop. This bot then will go automatically and write the emails to my suppliers, automatically putting the right email to the right supplier with the right order, and leaving me a draft email in my email so that I can check if the order is correct or not. So to achieve this, of course, it sounds very simple, but it has a lot of many things that you have to think of. So I will show you a very quick example, and then I will show you how the actual bot works in the background. So again, I go to my Telegram. I am here. I will press a voice message, and I will send something like, "Hello, I would like to order 300 beers, 100 liters of milk, and also 20 kilograms of roasted coffee." So this is, of course, a short example so that you get to know how it works. And then we wait a couple of minutes. And then what's happening is that in the background, this kind of bot is actually what is taking place, right? And I will explain it to you in a second. But in the meantime, you will see what happens step by step, right? It only takes, I would say, mostly 1 minute. Now, if we come back and refresh, we should be already getting the first email, you see. And now we get automatically all of the emails that we required. I ordered 20 kilograms of roasted coffee, 300 beers, and 100 liters of milk. You see that it's separated into 3 different suppliers because it's a supply that I get from 3 different people. If you click on them, you will see that they're very briefly written. I have also programmed this, that it's very quickly. So order of 100 liters of milk to the right contact partner, also the right person within the company, and a very direct message, right? This, of course, can be adapted so that the message is super friendly, super long, super short, only asking for the supplies. So everything can be changed so that this happens automatically, right? You see, the 3 messages are written correctly to different people. Amazon is the one supplying us beers in Vienna. The contact person is called Bianca. We would like to place an order of 300 beers. Please confirm. And you see the kilograms of roasted coffee, right? So it's a very, very interesting example. But now imagine really having your coffee shop, going through your coffee shop, and then asking everything that you need from your supplies once per week or every time you need it. You can do this when you need one item, or you can do this when you need 20, 25 items. You just go through, dictate whatever you want to have, and basically you get all of the emails written once here. And now the only thing I would do is open them, check that it's correct, and send it. If I have any doubt of if it's correct or not, I can of course go back to my last order, the voice message, I can hear it again, and you have it, right? One of the really, really powerful things about all of this is that in the in between of your bot, you can also tell it, hey, make me an Excel in the in between of everything that I'm ordering together with a date. And that makes a lot of sense and also makes the whole work much, much easier. Good. So this is how it looks and this is how it does. It's very simple, but it helps you save a lot of time. And this would be one of the things that you need to do a few times a week, and that really take a repetitive work that would take, I don't know, 2-3 hours per week, depending on the volumes also that you need to order, right? Good. And now very quickly, I am going to show you what exactly happens in the background, right? This is a tool called N8N. I really like it. I can also completely recommend it for this kind of programming. You can go, it's called N8N. This is the main website, right? And what they do, it's a very powerful tool because it basically connects different nodes to different tools, and it tells them or gives them a set of instructions of what to input, what to output, and what to do in the next stage. This is really basically everything that it does, but it's incredibly powerful. Every workflow that you do within N8N has a trigger, something that starts automatically the workflow. In this case, our trigger is a Telegram message. So we're telling our workflow, every time I get a Telegram message automatically, please start the workflow and make it happen. So now you saw it. We got a message and automatically it downloaded a file. It transcribed it into a recording. So the first mini AI aspect of it basically took a voice file, downloaded it, and converted it from voice to text. Afterwards, after we were having a voice message and converted to text, we send it to an AI agent. Right? This AI agent is basically supported by a chat model. So whatever you would think as a chat GPT, we use also many times Gemini, or we use also Claude, depending on the application that we have, right? So you select a model and choose it for the application, whatever would be a best fit. Then you also select a memory. For this kind of case that it's not super complex, you can go for a much simpler memory, something that it just remembers the last kind of orders, right? And then you can also, or what is very, very important, is to give it a document where it can reach out to all of the information that it is necessary. Who are all of your suppliers? So make a list of all of the suppliers, including all of the emails that they have, all of the products that you order by each of the suppliers, and of course the contact person, if you want to be more personal with all of them, of the people working within that company that normally supports you, right? And this Excel file basically can live in any Google Drive that you want, and you can modify it constantly. So if you don't have to change the whole agent, if some of your supplier changes, you just go to an Excel file, type it back again, and the agent is completely running without needing to code or change anything within your system, right? So super, super interesting. After that, the AI agent got the transcribed, made its work, then summarized everything, and they coded into Java. This makes it much easier to create the code into Java so that we can generate an email draft. Right? So as you see, it's a super, super simple workflow. This you can do also if you chat with ChatGPT or Claude Code. It can guide you step by step on how to create this. But as you see, it's now with the technologies that we have already fairly simple, right? You create a Telegram trigger, you get the file, you transcribe it. If you double click in each node, you can see the instructions that it has, right? And in the AI agent, you can also see the instructions that we have. You have an assistant of a restaurant owner. You are going to receive orders of things that need to be purchased. You will check in the Google Sheets file and write an email draft to each of the suppliers, right? And you can also see the times that it has been executed. And we can find the last one, the one that we just did, July 22nd, today, yes. You can click on it, and normally you would see the run and how it worked, so that you get a better idea. Yes, you see, it found one item, it sent one item to the transcribing. You see the AI agent and how it worked. And when you click on it, you will always see in the left side, um, in the left side, what happened and what was the output, right? You would see that here they got a file name and then it got transcribed into this output text. Hello, I would like to order 300 beers, 100 liters of milk, and 200 kilograms of roasted coffee. So in this step, it's what happened. Then the bot got it, and you get as an input this text that was already transcribed. You get the output format, and then it starts checking and writing the output, checking together with the Excel table. You see the input and the output, and every node has an instruction to do something, right? And in the end, you have the instruction basically to build emails with the information that has been gathered and structured in a certain way so that it works properly. Good. So I think that's it. That would be the bot that I had prepared for you today. It only took us again 10 minutes, but I wanted to make it as fast as possible, as understandable as possible, and that you can also see how these kind of workflows work that are incredibly powerful and that bring a lot of value to smaller business. Right? So I think with that, I will pause and I will come back to the stage where I'm with every one of you. And here we are. And yes, I would like to hear, what's on your mind? What kind of questions do you have? Hear a little bit also of your struggles if you're already applying AI or these kind of tools. So whoever has a question can just raise their hand or unmute themselves and check in. Any question from the group? Did you find the tool useful? Can you imagine applying it somewhere else?
Hello? 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 Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you. Hello, Romel.
Hi. Yes. So I basically found a coffee supplier that I know, and he's selling 1 kg bags for £20. You think
Mm-hmm.
it's much more better to go online and get it? The difference between him is if I buy it off him, he would configure my coffee machine for me for the right usage.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So I don't
So I
know.
assume you already have a I assume you already have a coffee shop, right?
Yeah, but we're in the very start. Like IKEA,
Mm-hmm.
it's, it's shambles at the moment. I need to set it up.
Mm-hmm.
I've got a blender.
Perfect.
I just
Yes.
wanted to know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Fully understand. I think £20 is not a bad price for roasted coffee, right?
Okay.
Uh, it's a depends also in a starting point. I think it's an okay price. After starting this coffee shop launchpad journey, I have seen everything from, I would say, 36 euros to 16 euros of good coffee, right?
Okay.
100% Arabica, and within that range, right? If you get, of course, the service of also matching your coffee, your grinder, and having the setup right, that's of course of value, right? What I would try focusing on is to find a barista that can do this setup by him or herself, so that they have the freedom, so that you have the freedom to find the coffee that fits your shop, and you don't have to have the coffee that fits the service, so to say, right?
Yeah.
And
Um.
in the future, one of the biggest advantages that I also recommend of people doing is trying to find someone to bring green coffee and finding a right roaster that only charges you for the roasting fee, right? In the beginning, it's a little bit challenging because your volumes will not be that high, but anyhow, you can try it, or try to bring in less volume and anyhow find the right roaster to roast it, and that increases your margin on the coffee side quite a lot, right? And depending on the kind of coffee you serve, try to push as much as you can towards below 20 euros or £20 barrier of coffee, right? I think I was just checking, £20 is around 23 euros 50. If you can go below, I don't know, the £18 or something like that, that would be great and a good target, right?
So should I just go online and just configure it myself in terms of
Sorry,
finding the
you're
right
breaking
grind.
up a
And
little bit.
so should I just outsource the coffee online and just find the right grind myself, or
The grinding, I would of course recommend it to do it yourself, right? Because I think that really reflects on the coffee quality and on the freshness. Freshly grinded coffee makes a huge difference. Was that your
and what
question,
type?
or I misunderstood it?
No, I'm just soaking in what I can, but I just wanted to also ask, the coffee shop you built, did you create a specialty coffee, or did you have a
Yes.
specialized product that you got you there,
Mhm.
type of thing?
Yes, so we had a specialty coffee, but it was a very, very interesting mix, right? And I thought this is also
Okay.
one of the main things that I learned that would be key for shops to implement, and especially for shops that are very much specialty focused. There's two kinds of society right now, coffee wise, right? The guys that are focusing on specialty coffee, really great coffee people, they know a lot. Yes, and they are the basis and the foundation of the coffee culture currently. They're convincing the people out there how coffee should be tasting, and they're changing the mindset and training the people worldwide, right? And you have the normal people that still drink this Italian wave of coffee, which for many of them the sourness of specialty coffee is too high, right? What we did that was a really big success, and I think we would have not been so successful without that, is that we positioned ourselves as a specialty coffee shop, but we have a coffee shop, we had a coffee specialty also, especially also for the masses. So a coffee that was a little bit roasted, more dark, a coffee that was a taste of the general public. And if someone that would know a lot about coffee would ask for specialty coffee, would have all of the tools, we would have all of the setup, and we would have really, really great coffee for it, right? So go for the masses so that you can create the business, and go for specialty so that you can also have something that you enjoy if you like that type of business. That would be my
Yeah,
recommendation in a summary.
yeah.
Okay. Are you aiming on going fully specialty?
Yes, because I'm in a middle class street. It's not like a massive footfall. It's not like a busy high street. I mean, it's
Mm,
right next to my house, so I thought, why not?
mm.
But it's got a lot of people that their families, the working class office, working from home, and it will help them to just come in and enjoy coffee, matcha, and just croissants and pound chocolats and whatever
So
may be.
you can make it fully specialty coffee, but try the coffee not to be that sour, right? Very interesting.
Yeah.
My father doesn't drink specialty coffee that much because he likes it darker, right? He was born and raised in Mexico, so any specialty coffee for him is too light or too sour, or it
Mm.
goes in the wrong direction for him. So yeah,
Oh, there's a lot of
have the
Brazilians here,
mix.
by the way.
Yeah?
There's a lot of
Yes,
Brazilian
you can
people
get
out here, by the way.
both of the coffees from Brazil in that direction. So but it's a great
Okay.
question. It's really one of the things that I see coffee shops struggling the most, that they push too much for specialty, and it is great, and you have a good group of people, but not everyone is drinking it, right?
Yeah. I just want
So
an ordinary coffee to people, I guess.
yeah, no, absolutely. No, you don't have to make it an ordinary coffee. You can make a
Mm,
specialty coffee, but prepared so that the taste resembles to them. So make it very chocolatey, make it a little bit darker, and keep the specialty name. You don't have to drop that, right? Say it's
mm.
specialty coffee, and you bring really great coffee, but prepared or have different types of coffee for the different types of people that visit your shop.
Okay.
And that would be a recommendation totally from the business perspective. Many guys in the specialty world, that I know that they don't like that answer. But if you also want to make a business out of it, that helps quite a lot. Okay,
Okay.
perfect. Thank you for joining, and really great question.
Thank you.
Someone else that has a question? Any open topics? Doesn't have to be about technology. Can be also generally about your projects, where you're at, what struggles do you have, what are the main barriers you're fighting with. Very silent group today. Perfect. Yeah, we have had calls with 2 or 3 people that it's a bit more active. Well, good. If there's no other questions, I really, really appreciate you all guys being here. You can still raise your hand in the next couple of 2 or 3 minutes. I really appreciate you guys being here. I also appreciate the exchange that has happened in the community. I recognize, of course, many of you that have introduced yourselves, that we have had a little bit of an exchange or exchange some DMs. So I know your situations and where you're at already. I have had the chance also to have a phone calls with a couple of you. So I really, really, truly appreciate that. I love that you're also here, continuously learning. If there's any video or any technology or something that you would like to see, please also let me know. If you say, hey, Juan, this topic, you're not touching it anywhere, and I would love to see a video, or what's your opinion on that, please also let me know. I have a pipeline of videos that I'm still working on. So the feedback from you guys is always incredibly valuable, and it helps me create a community and a content and a learning that it's most valuable for you, right? So I'm really trying to push for, tell me whatever you want to hear, whatever you're stuck, and I'm really going to aim at helping you and producing the best possible value or the best possible video that I can create with the knowledge I have, so that you can make a successful business, right? Good. Any last questions that you have before we close it? Or we can enjoy the rest of our, what is it today? Tuesday, Wednesday? The rest of our Wednesday. Yes, I'm a little bit lost. Good. Then thank you very much. Looking forward to have exchanges also one-on-one together with you. So don't forget to book your calls if you want to go on one-on-ones and to hear about your projects and continue supporting them.
Maybe
Yes.
sorry, excuse me. No, maybe I don't know when you will have, just a couple of minutes. Would like to have just a couple of questions, but
yes, absolutely. So we can close the call. Thank you everyone for joining. I will also stop the recording, and then we can stay in the call for a couple of minutes. Thank you very much, guys.